Hi everyone, it's Tracy, your instructor for Psych 116 Stress Management. This is for section 500 in the spring of 2020, so welcome. I'm very happy that you're here. So in this very short, I'm going to try to keep it really short video, we are going to look at your syllabus and just a little bit of how to navigate the class. So I'm going to put myself in the corner where I belong. And then, so anyway, I have up here the class. So you go to the class in your browser, Psych 116 500. It'll say Catherine. I go by Tracy, so keep that in mind. You don't have to call me Catherine. It's very formal. The first thing, this is going to be where any of my announcements are and things like that. And I will at least give 1 or 2 a week, so keep up with those. Any kind of, I will always, in these, put like things that are immediately due for that week, but always guide you towards the weekly module, which will give you an in-depth version. But if something is to change, this is where you'll find it. So to begin, you can go to content right here, and you will see your table of contents for every week and all the information you're going to need for the class. Now, the very first thing, what we're going to really focus on today is the syllabus. So what you'll see is I have 2. This is the syllabus that looks a lot like what pretty much you're going to see in every class. This one, assignments and due dates, has a lot of the same information, but then it expands. It is information for every for your major assignments and things like that. So any questions that you have about an assignment, a discussion, anything like that, start here with the assignments and due dates. And I'll look at that in just a second a little more deeply. But just so you understand, the first one, the syllabus, is here. It has all of your basic information about the course. The best place to reach me is through the D2L email or chat thing here, and not via the FRCC email. I do check that one, but I will come on the course at least once, maybe more than that, times a day. And so you may get me quicker via this by doing it through D2L. That's the best way to get in touch with me. It has the kind of the online lead, online chair for the school, the college. If there's any reason you might want to get in touch with them, that's fine. Please always, I am open and accessible. You can always come to me first. This lets you know that this class, the only program that this is required for is the Public Safety Dispatcher program. Anybody can take it. It's just not a requirement for any other program. And it's not, in psychology offers it, but it's not necessarily for psychology majors. And would probably count as an elective for most anything else for any other program. This is our textbook for this course. I have, sorry about this, right here, a picture of it, and the information and a link to the bookstore for it. So make sure that this is the edition that you get. What else? I also give you the link for that. This has the ISBN number, the author, everything you could need. These are all of our kind of catalog description, outline of the course. I suggest you go through this. I do have a syllabus quiz, so you will need this and the assignments and due dates for the quiz. It's not very long, but it's certain things. I'm mostly trying to direct you to information so you know where to find it. I have video lectures every week, I believe, except your final capstone weeks. I recommend that you watch those because I have integrated things from our text, but from other books as well and other information, so it's not completely text dependent. But you'll also be asked to read sections of the text, though you won't be asked to read them chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. It will jump around, but I will give you the page numbers and so forth that you need. So I have my late policy assignments, and those are going to be anything under assignments. These assignments, you have 2 weeks. Well, not these, because these are due the very last day of class. You have to have them in by then. But otherwise, you get 2 weeks as a late policy to get those in, and for a 1-letter grade deduction. And it doesn't matter if it's a day late or 14 days late. I just am not figuring all that out. If it's late, you get 1-letter grade deduction. So work hard on it if it's going to be late anyway, and make it the best you can, because you'll start at that deduction. Final capstone assignments due on the last day, so those need to be in. Quizzes. So you have quizzes, and they will be due the very last day of class, all of them. So they're open all semester, except the syllabus quiz, and you'll see that. But all the rest are open all semester. That's fabulous, because you can do it anytime you want, but it's kind of easy to forget them. So don't forget them. And you get 3 chances to take each quiz, but you want to kind of do it, if you do it during the content that it's related to, you might find it a little bit easier. Discussion posts, they're always due on Thursday. I'm sorry. The original post is due on Saturdays, and you have you have 3 days, so you can turn it in until Tuesday at midnight. It closes Tuesday at midnight, and you cannot make up discussions. They are meant to be interactive with the group, so there's no reopening those. You get 3 days until Tuesday at midnight. They will be late after the Saturday due date. You also have to do 1 reply per discussion. Again, those are due on Monday, but you have until Tuesday to do any of it. To be considered in attendance for this class, and this is not this is a college-wide requirement, not my requirement. You have to do a content-oriented assignment, so you have to complete it. So you must do what is called introduction assignment, and that is right here. So this has to be done, let me make sure I have the right day, by the 27th, January 27th, or else I have to drop you from the class. So this assignment right here, the introduction assignment, must be done by that day, and it's dropped into here. What you will do for that is I have, don't like how they don't show up there the way I want them to. But I have them. I have all the assignments right here in their own little module with information on them. So you have to share a little bit about yourself. I've told you what I'd like you to share. And then I want you to write your own wellness philosophy with some things some ideas on what that's going to look like. So and then I would like you to include a picture of yourself. If you really don't want to include a picture of yourself, that's okay. Just send a picture. There needs to be a visual, something that represents you. It can be anything you want. Well, within reason. Keep it clean. But a picture and this information, and you will drop it into that introduction assignment box under activities. And then this is the most tricky thing you'll do. So you'll just drop it into there. Please do it in like a PDF or send the picture. No, I'm sorry. Please do it in a Word doc or send the picture separately as a JPEG. But I will actually be putting it in here. I will take it from the assignment box, and then each one of you will get your own discussion board. And you'll see what that looks like when I get it done. That's for me to do, not you. But then you will go into these. So if I had a board for myself, basically what I will be doing is, so say I make my own, and I'll put your information in from your introduction and your picture, but then you're going to be asked to go into and say hello, just hi, nice to meet you, something about, that you found in that. And you have, so I'm going to want you to go in and say hi to some of your classmates, and you will see that as well. And I'll show you that in a minute. So academic honesty. I'm very open in this class. I have an open discussion forum where you can talk to each other, but any assignments are going to go through an originality checker. So you know, I do want things to come from you. And most things in this class, a lot of them are personal, but some have content information. So please just read through this. A lot of it, as I said, is what you're going to see in any of yours. I have all of these important dates right here, and then the course overview. But to look at that, I am actually going to go back here to the syllabus, and I'm going to open assignments and due dates. So you have two. But so again, there's all these. And then here's a breakdown of each assignment. So you have the syllabus, quiz, the introduction assignment. You must also say hello to at least 2 classmates. Please do more if you like, but I'll grade you for 2. You have 4 online quizzes. Again, those are open all through the semester, but make sure you don't forget them. 3 content assignments, minimum 2 to 3 pages. Every content assignment, you know what? Every content assignment must have an APA resource page. I like in-text citations, but that's most important to me, that at the end you do have every single one of them, all 3 of them. So know that up front. 50 points each. You have 4 discussions and 1 reply that you have to do. And then you have a capstone project. So that's going to be the last 3 weeks of class. You're not going to have any additional videos from me or anything during the last 3 weeks of class. But the class is set up so that you have a couple of weeks of, this is getting to be a little longer than I intended, but you have a couple of, so what you'll see are week 1, week 2, you have a couple of weeks of, well, the first time you have 3 of content and information. And then you're going to have a practice week. And that's going to be a certain way that I want you to practice stress management. The first one is mindfulness. And then you have 2 more. Those are based on the body. And then you have a body-based practice. And you'll get information on choices, psychology, and emotions. And then you have a cognitive and emotional practice week. So this is kind of the way it's set up. So for your capstone project, what I want you to do is to choose a practice you've already done that you really liked. If you didn't like any of them, you can find another one, but you're going to practice it for 3 weeks. So for a more extended time period, regularly, 4 times a week. And then you're going to have certain things that you need to do. The first is to tell me what you're going to do. The next is going to be the big project. And that's why I have these discussion boards that I'm going to have. Because each of you will have your capstone project, you will simply drop onto your board at the end, when it's due by May 6th. So by starting a new thread, you will simply upload your capstone project under your discussion board. And then you will be asked to go look at other people's boards and reply to those. Now I have in your table of contents, the very last thing, capstone project material. And each one of these explains what you have to do. So the discussion board project is here, and it will tell you specifically what you can do. You can do an advertising poster or a brochure on your practice, a PowerPoint, or like a video TED Talk if you want. You have to have pictures no matter what you do. Your video for the TED Talk would be your pictures. Tell about your experience. So you have to read this carefully to determine what I want out of that project. And then you're going to upload it into your, onto your discussion board, and other people will come in and look at it and so forth and comment on it. And so then you also have to do 3 journal entries, and I have information on those. Sorry about that. I have information on how to do those and in this capstone project material, and you have to make a stress management plan. So those are your capstone. That's your capstone project, the 3 of these things together. I have lots of information. So please read what's required before asking questions, but you certainly can come to me